Kevin, we got some great questions today.
Really?
Have you had a good week?
Oh, it's been a fine week.
Good.
Released my
Your I'm Not Ashamed
I'm
review.
Not Ashamed review.
Good.
People seem to like it.
You got a little pushback?
I got a little pushback because I made a little Planned Parenthood joke. Apparently, I quoted the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger.
Sanger. I think it's how it's pronounced.
Out of context. So, I don't know. Guess she doesn't want to kill.
You quoted Margaret Sanger out of the womb?
Out of the womb. Apparently, she doesn't want to kill all the black people.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I misquoted her.
Well,
so sorry that I would dare make this woman who did believe in eugenics that I would misquote her.
Yeah.
Sorry. She didn't want to kill everyone, though. I don't know. I don't agree with the whole eugenics movement.
Few do, Kevin.
Good topic.
Seemed
to
like
kick off
people
this
like
episode.
the video. Sorry, I brought up the Margaret Sanger thing.
No, I thought I brought it up.
No, I brought it up.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, no. I'm glad I could come on here. It's true that I probably used it out of context a little bit. I should have just. I don't know. I should have done something differently. I realize that now, and it's not that I care about anybody but myself. But I also understand that I conduct a show where I look for the facts.
You have a responsibility, Kevin.
Well, I have a responsibility in the sense that if I want to maintain like the trust that people have in my show, I'm on there saying, "Hey, these people did do their research."
I'll say this. How about this?
What?
You don't have a responsibility. You have an incentive.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an incentive to maintain honest stuff or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, to be honest and truthful and fair and balanced, like Fox News.
I'm glad you addressed this, Kevin.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just want people to know that I do everything I can to try to do research and whatever for a show that is just an internet show. I can't read every single book out there.
You can't do it.
But I do understand if I'm getting pushback, like it is important for me to not quote somebody out of context whenever I'm doing a show where I'm getting upset at a movie for misrepresenting the truth.
Well, there you go.
You know, so I get it. I get why people were upset.
You went for a quick joke and it backfired a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think it was as out of context as people were saying that it was. It was out of context in that I didn't share the entire quote. But what I was saying in there was not opposed to what she had said in the quote.
Okay.
So like my point wasn't to call her a Nazi. My point was to make a joke about how... Okay, so to give some context...
I was going to say, people might not have any idea what's going on
So
here.
in my review, this guy's talking about Hitler, and he's like, Hitler believed that it was important for us to guide evolution by choosing certain people who could live and certain people who couldn't live. That evolution needed to be actively aided in order to make a better human race.
It's a huge responsibility.
And so I said, wow, I'm glad nobody believes that anymore. And then I showed this picture of Margaret Sanger and a quote from her. And she did believe that. She didn't believe in like killing people for it, but she did believe that birth control and things of that nature needed to be used in order to better the human race. And so my point was that people expected, when I said, I'm glad nobody is like that anymore, they would have expected me to put up like a neo-Nazi group or some sort of like white supremacist group. But instead, I put up this picture that they weren't expecting with a quote that they weren't expecting.
Shock humor.
So a little bait and switch.
Yeah.
And so the context was there in that was something she believed, and the quote was along those lines. Now the quote, I left out the part where she said that we needed to use preachers and ministers in order to propagate her message. I
see.
You know, so
I see.
Sorry for leaving. I could have brought that up whenever I criticized the movie at the end for doing that exact same thing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
The people I do have a problem with are the people who try to use the public's desire to find meaning to perpetuate their own particular agenda. And unfortunately, that's exactly what this movie does.
Could you imagine?
I've never researched all this myself, so I don't know.
In context of what maybe we'll get into this on Who Would Build the Roads one day.
We will.
In
our
context,
big abortion episode.
Yes, the big abortion episode. She was against the state conducting that sort of thing.
Oh, maybe we can have her on the show.
Yeah, maybe we can. So just in context, she was advocating sexual education, but conducting that in the private sector. She wasn't for, so I don't think she would have even been for like the state-funded abortion clinics and stuff that we have today. So there is that. So I don't think I'm going to make that episode about her that I thought about making.
Oh, okay.
It would be funny. Because I was thinking, okay, well, here's some context then. Do an episode where I do.
Are you too scared?
I'm past it now. I'm over
You're
it.
over
now
it?
that I've shared it on the internet.
I was going to say, this is the final word? This was your response?
This was my response.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to share it with everybody so that they can kind of understand when you're going into your own YouTube careers
Don't do
and
what
stuff.
Kevin did.
Well, I mean, it is important. You do get feedback, and it is immediate feedback. And sometimes whenever you put out a video, and then later you're like, I need to stand by that because I've put that video out. I've said that. It's out there now. But you can change your mind on something. It's okay to say that probably wasn't the best decision, because that's the point of YouTube, is trial and error, and you get better as you go, not just with the quality of your content, but also with the content itself, with what you're saying. Sometimes you can say, you know what? I look at like early reviews. Sometimes I'll review a movie and think like, wow, I kind of wish I wasn't so harsh on like McGee and Me because this other stuff that I didn't even know existed before. That's why I stopped doing the percentage stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
it's so
people
arbitrary.
say, well, but you gave McGee and Me a 10% and God's Not Dead a 20. Why? Why would you do this?
You
and I'm
think
like,
it's better?
because I don't know anything. I'm just this dumb kid on YouTube who's actually 30 years old now. Why? So anyway, that's why we talked about abortion.